Welcome back to another tutorial on how to use workload and Clio. I'm going to show you today how to make an awesome workflow that setting up a trigger from workload, and the trigger is going to be when things happen inside your Clio account. So you don't have to kind of wait around for things to happen in Clio and hit refresh. You can set up a trigger so when things like, let's say, activities are updated, you can either get alerted that an activity was updated, or you can do something in Clio with that information as well. So you can create a communication or create a new matter or something, or create a build based off of an activity that was updated. So let's get started here. I'm going to click on the trigger node. I'm going to select Clio. I'm going to authenticate one of my Clio test accounts. And let's say the trigger is when an activity is updated. So means any activity in my Clio account is updated, we're going to send some kind of event. So here, workload is just sitting there listening. So let's go to the Clio app. And let's check out the activities that we have, and we can just pick a random one out of my activities. And let's just update, let's see this one here that says that we wrote a letter. So we'll say, you know what, this one got changed to 4 hours instead of just 1 hour. And we'll change the date. We'll say that this was on August 31st. So let's save the entry. And what we should see now in workload is boom, there it is. So that was pretty instant. As soon as we made the change in Clio, we were notified of it here. So this is just our sample data to look at. So you can see this has all of the activities information. Now we can pick this information off, and we can send this data to other places inside of Clio. So let's save that, and we'll add a new node. And just for simplicity's sake, we'll just make this a two-step workflow. So we'll go back to Clio as our app, go back to the same test account that I have authenticated, and we'll create an action. This action will be to just create a new communication. This is really just to demonstrate the power of what we can do here. So I want to return the fields date, body, and subject, and the ID of this. We'll go to the body, and we're basically going to create what the note was. So we'll say that the note is this plus a couple pipe separators, and that it's a time entry. And the date of this would be the same date as the activity, and we'll connect it to the same matter ID as that activity. Scroll down, and there's our matter ID. And the subject, we can automate that as well and call it time entry, and pipe separator, and the matter display number. And then the data type, we'll call this an email communication. And this is from the Clio API documentation. So let's save that. Let's test the action. And there we go. So now we can see that our Clio communication has now been created, and it's based off when an activity is updated. So we'll save and close that. And now if I activate this workflow now, anytime that an activity is updated in Clio, it's going to create a new communication based off those parameters that we just sent to it. I hope that you found this tutorial useful, and let me know any other Clio related tutorials that you'd like to see using Workload's automation tool. We can go ahead and give this a name too. So Clio activity updated to a create new com. So there we go. I'm going back to our dashboard, and you can see everything's in there. It's updating, and our workflow is active. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.